January 9, 2014. For the sprawling, chaotic metropolis of Karachi, Pakistan, it was just another morning. The familiar hum of a city that never sleeps, a place perpetually balanced on a knife's edge. But for one man, Senior Superintendent of Police Chaudhry Aslam Khan, every sunrise was a declaration of war. Every day was a calculated risk, a personal challenge to the dark forces of terror and crime that clawed at the city's heart. Remember to like, share, and comment for more episodes from the calendar of crime. They called him the Lion of Karachi, a terror for the terrorists, and he was. Aslam Khan wasn't just a police officer. He was a living legend within the Sindh police. He was the man who stared death in the face and laughed, a symbol of raw defiance against the Pakistani Taliban and other violent militant groups. He was the cop who had survived at least 9 assassination attempts, each one adding another layer to his mythic status. His very presence was a middle finger to those who wanted to see Karachi burn. But on this particular January morning, his luck, his defiance, his legend, it was all about to run out. To understand Aslam, you have to understand the Karachi he policed. In the early 2010s, the city was a battlefield. Car bombings, targeted killings, and extortion rackets were rampant. The Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP, along with other criminal gangs, had turned entire neighborhoods into no-go zones. They operated with impunity, creating a shadow government fueled by fear. It was into this urban war zone that Chaudhry Aslam Khan stepped, not just as a cop but as a warrior. He wasn't your typical by-the-book officer. Aslam was a product of his environment, tough, controversial, and brutally effective. He led from the front, his team famous for raids that were more like military assaults. They went into the lion's den, into the very strongholds the militants thought were impenetrable, and they dismantled them, brick by bloody brick. His methods were often criticized, with accusations of extrajudicial killings following him throughout his career. But for many of Karachi's citizens who lived in constant fear, Aslam was the only thing standing between them and total anarchy. He was their protector, their avenger. His most famous quote, delivered after a Taliban attack destroyed his own home in 2011, captured his spirit perfectly. Standing amidst the rubble, he defiantly told reporters, "I will bury the attackers in the same rubble." He didn't just fight them on the streets. He waged a psychological war against them. He made it personal. The Taliban, in turn, placed him at the top of their hit list. It wasn't a matter of if they would try again, but when. That day came on January 9, 2014. Aslam was leading his convoy on the Liari Expressway, a route he took often. He was on his way to an operation, just like any other day. But the militants had been watching, planning. They knew his routine. As his armored vehicle passed, a remote-controlled bomb, packed with explosives and hidden in another vehicle, was detonated. The blast was catastrophic, engulfing his convoy in a storm of fire and shrapnel. The terror for the terrorists, the man who seemed invincible, was killed instantly, along with 2 of his colleagues. The TTP immediately claimed responsibility, calling it revenge for their fallen fighters. The news sent shockwaves across Pakistan. The Lion of Karachi was dead. For the militants, it was a massive victory. For the city of Karachi, it was a devastating blow. The man who symbolized their fight, their hope for security, was gone. Chaudhry Aslam Khan's legacy is complex. Was he a hero or a vigilante? A savior or a symptom of a broken system? The truth is, he was probably all of those things. He was a man forged in the crucible of a city at war with itself. He fought fire with fire. And while his methods were controversial, his courage was undeniable. He chose to stand on the front line when so many others hid. He put a target on his back to protect millions. His story is a stark reminder of the price of fighting terror and the gray lines that blur in a state of constant conflict. The Lion of Karachi may have fallen, but his roar echoes in the city's memory, a testament to a man who refused to back down, even when the odds were impossibly stacked against him. Thanks for watching. If you found this story compelling, please hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into incredible real-life events.